Good day, my safeguarding families around the world. Today, I'm geared up. You can see I've got my rucksack back there, but I'm not going hiking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just here to talk about subject that is very sensitive, and it can be a little bit worrying and looks like it's going to be infringement of rights for young children and all that. But today, I've been asked questions about school bags, our children's school bags. Should parents check their children's school bag? What do you think? I have my reservations. I have what I think about that. But in this day and age, as a safeguarding officer, there are a lot of things that I'm seeing, hearing, and learning about what's happening, about things that are happening pertaining schools, playgrounds, clubs, homes, and everywhere. And one of the things that is consistent is about bullies. And bullies, they are everywhere. But in school, mostly whereby children go, of course, to school to learn, but they have their bags. So today I have a bag that probably may not be one of the best labels for that teenagers would want, but this is just for illustration purposes, right? So if a teenager is having their bags, do we think it is important or it is relevant or necessary for parents to look into their bags to ensure that inside the bag are not things that are not meant to be in there? I mean, what are we supposed to have in children's bags? Definitely I know you as a parent, you have children, and definitely what you expect to see inside the bags is books, isn't it? Pens, probably rulers, geometry set, things like that, but not other things. Definitely not things that would harm children or other children, not things that can cause harm to them, and certainly not things that could possibly have been given to them by bullies for them to carry them on their behalf, or rather things that they could have been asked to carry by their bullies. That's what I'm trying to say. So the question is it necessary? Is it worthy? Do you think it's okay for parents to look into their children's school bag? I don't know. Every day? Often? Weekly? Maybe when they help wash the bags? What do you think? You are my safeguarding families around the world. But what I can tell you is that children are suffering from bullies. And it is our mandate, it is our responsibilities as their parents, as carers, as guardians, to ensure they do not suffer. Now, bullying have devastating effects on children. There are things that have happened, that whereby bullies have asked children to carry things for them like knives. Sometimes people who do bad things to children can ask them to carry drugs for them. So I think personally, it is not bad for parents to check at their children's school bag and make sure that their children are safe. For me, that is parenting. For me, that is not infringement of children's right. I think if my son is at school, I do not think, just the same way I check at their bedroom to ensure their bedroom is clean, they haven't got, plates and food and cups and their rooms is tidy and all that. It's not a problem for me to check at their school bag to ensure that nothing that is not meant to be in that bag is there. And if it is there, at least I get to know there is something that is there that is not meant to be there, and I'll deal with it. Nonetheless, I think it is important, if I'm going to check at my son's or my daughter's school bag, I'll let them know. I'll let them know that I'm going to check at your school bag, or I will be checking at your school bag, because I think it's important to work with your children and to let them know why you will be checking, at their bag. Just like the way you just don't go into their bedrooms without knocking, you knock and you expect to hear yes, and you expect for them to invite you in, you do the same thing. But I think being a responsible parent or adult, it's all about ensuring that your children are safe. Safeguarding is not about fear or worry. Safeguarding is about putting yourself in there to make sure that you protect that child from suffering harm. There is no need for us to treating, harm or going and supporting a child in a hospital because they've suffered. The idea is we try and stop it from happening. That is what it is called safeguarding. There's videos that I've done before that are about difference between safeguarding and child protection. But we're not going to get into that. I tell you what, there was in Birmingham, Sandwell, 2018, there was an uproar. And I'll check it here to make sure that I get the day. Yeah, it's 2018. There's an uproar when police officers asked parents to check, children's school bag. It says here that shock as parents asked to check young children's bags for knives in Sandwell. I don't understand why that personally was, a shock to parents, because if you're not going to check what your child's, school bags got, you'll be surprised to find things that, your son or your daughter is carrying there. Maybe they are carrying things that they're not supposed to be carrying. They may not necessarily be having, things like knives or drug, but they may be having other things. They may have a lot of money that is in there. If it is your daughter, she may have a lot of new stuff that is there, like bras or knickers that are there. If it is your son, they may have a lot of new also, boxers, or vests that are new, and you as a parent, you haven't bought them. So where are these things coming from? They don't want to put them in their room because they know you will see them. They may be having, your daughter could be having new jewelries, but of course, she wears them out there, but when she comes around the home, she removes them and she hides them in her bag because she knows you will not check her bag. Safeguarding, ladies and gentlemen, is all about ensuring our children go. Of course, the most important thing is for us to talk to our children. We talk openly with them, and we talk and we share about concerns of safeguarding, and we check them regularly, and we build that trust and communication with our children so that they are free to come to us whenever there is a problem. But you must not drop the guard down. You must remain a father. You must remain the mother. You must remain that guardian, that foster mom. Soon as you say the relationship is two sides, you are missing it, because that is a child and you are the parent. So you have to take responsibilities. And I think that's where a lot of times we're getting it wrong. So personally, if you ask me, I don't think there's any problem in us parents checking children's school bag, as long as that they are aware that you're going to check it and they know why you're doing it. And if you're going to go check it, and if you find something, again, it is not, it's relevant for you to sit the child down and talk to the child and get to understand, why do you have this new thing? Where have you gotten them from? Is somebody buying these things for you? Are you carrying them for somebody? Could somebody be telling you to do things or asking you to carry things that are for somebody else? These are important things that we need to be talking or sharing and discussing with our children. That way, we will keep them safe. Ladies and gentlemen, tell you what, I need to hear from you. I need you to tell me if you think by checking your child, your son's or your daughter's school bag, you think you are infringing on their rights, or do you think it's a good thing? But in safeguarding, we say, let it be told, let it be known that safeguarding children and young people must be everyone's responsibility. I want to thank you very much, even as I look forward in receiving and hearing what you have to say. Please put your comment below there. I would appreciate if you can share this video. Let it get to a parent that probably doesn't know. I know for parents who've lost children, in 2015, in the United Kingdom, in a city called Wolverhampton, two young people lost their lives, through knives. Those parents, if you ask those parents, they will tell you, it is critical that you check your children's school bag. Because they've been there, they've done that. But probably for a parent that hasn't had any problem, you haven't had your son being bullied about, being asked to, do drugs around, being asked to go and steal things and put them in, in their bags. Because it happens that, the children go out, they are out there in the shops and all that. And your son or your daughter is being told by others, if you don't want us to do bad things to you, get that thing, put it in your handbag, and then just run. Guess what? They are being bullied. But if you don't check, how are you ever going to know? Because they are scared of telling you, because they are worried of the repercussions of what's going to happen next time he or he meets their friends. So, for me, I need to hear from you. What do you think, if it is necessary, critical, or even worthy for us to check at our children's school bag? Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't. May I take this opportunity to thank you very much for having been there for Safeguarding Watoto. Like I said, all we do is ensure children are protected and they are safeguarded from suffering any sort of harm. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon in our next video. Bless.